Dex.
Yeah, buddy. All right, buddy. Yeah.
I think I do 2 minutes of anything.
Can you?
No.
The doctor told me I had an oral. Oh shit! Turn the camera on.
I did. I really don't give a fuck, and I'm hearing it.
And I'm Richard, motherfucker.
Well, fuck the fucking fuckers, and welcome to Dead Dex.
Yeah, take that algorithm.
Yep, suck it hard.
But put us at the bottom of the queue. That's what we're going for.
I'm still naughty, apparently, too. Fuck.
Yeah, we do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm still nice. I'm drinking coffee.
Sure, whatever. Nobody cares.
Well, we done fucked this up.
Oh, yeah. This is way past
You
fuck.
turned the shit on. I was in the middle of telling a dirty joke. I didn't know what you were doing.
No, I thought we were going, so we went.
Remind me to finish the joke later.
Will do.
What are we talking about today?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. It's a very existential question. What type of collector am I?
Yeah, you know we love to get deep in the philosophical hole.
Deep into something.
Ream it out.
Yeah.
So this was me. I have been sitting around pretty much mapping out my own personal process, objectives, goals, because our shit's getting kind of crazy. We film in my basement, which I assume you all know by now.
Truly in the basement, unlike what Rudy always says. He ain't never in a motherfucking basement.
No, that third floor basement and all this goofy shit. We're actually in my fucking basement.
Yeah, so suck it, Rudy.
It's not my mother's basement though. It's my, what does he always say? It's your wife's boyfriend's basement. We hang out there.
Yeah.
So it's getting crazy. The longer we've done this, we're pushing towards 1.5 years now, right?
Yeah. Well, shit. Yeah.
Yeah, we're right at that. So all the stuff we've opened, acquired, I love this shit so much, and I'm always buying. I want everything. We've talked about before. My watch list gets maxed out regularly.
Maxed out.
eBay will tell me, no more. You're watching enough shit.
Buy more, motherfucker.
My save searches are maxed before. There's a max on those too. So I had to think harder about what the fuck I'm doing here. I can't buy everything. Can't afford it. Can't keep it all. It's too much hassle. So this is just me rambling about that. But I had to make some decisions about what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah, and again, this may not be a video for everybody, but as we mentioned in a comment recently, we make this shit for us. You don't want to watch, that's fine. We love this shit though, so we turn the camera on and talk about shit.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a handful of people who've had the similar problem of if you love the genre in general of dead old card games, then you're gonna have this issue. Because where do you stop buying? There's fucking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. How far does your scope go? Do you extend all the way to indie and homemade and like I've been doing? The number gets massive quick. So,
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, the number of loose bulk I started to acquire was really what got me thinking about this. Is why do I need 30,000 cards?
A game.
Yeah. Yeah, what am I going to do with all this shit? So that was the first thing I sat down and scribbling out. Why would I keep loose cards? What are those for? I came up with a few things. One, a reasonable amount, and not a 5,000 count box, but if it's a super rare game, I like to have some loose cards. That's cool. Some things is hard to find in anything else, any other form. Bulk might be the affordable way to go. So I don't mind having a relatively small amount of a super rare game. There's quite a few that we've opened a fuck ton of that don't quite have a set. So I'm okay with keeping shit that I'm chasing a set on. But I don't need to keep the extras if I don't plan on playing it. Now that's another lesson I've learned. There's a lot of shit I've got 3,000-4,000 cards of that I really only should just be keeping my set attempt.
Yeah, otherwise they're just going to be languishing in a box somewhere forever.
Yeah. The distinction, of course, why I would want to keep a large amount is if we really want to play it. We love the game. Think we might be making decks out of it. Want to do deck building. That's a reason to keep a bunch. But I've had to be more realistic about how often we say we're going to play shit. And how many games we can actually play actively all the time.
We can make another montage video of how many times we say, we'll get to this someday. We're going to play this someday.
That would be a much harder one for you to make.
It would.
If you chase through a lot of footage.
It'd be funny, though. There's a lot of it out there.
It'd probably be 20 minutes long. We promise we're going to get to this soon. I know I promised some fuckers Hyborian Gates gameplay a year ago.
And rules. There's actually somebody, we don't get a lot of emails on our actual email address, deaddex@deaddex.com.
Yeah.
But some guy did message us. Oh, shit. That's probably been 6 months ago now. Asking about how board game gates rules. I'm like, yeah, we're going to do that, buddy.
That's my next thing,
Yeah.
bud. Yep.
Well, we ain't done it yet.
Yep. I've took 400 shit since then. Still ain't done it.
If you just smeared it on the wall, it'd be pretty close to how board game gates rules.
God, you ain't kidding about that. That's how I count the passing of time, by the way. Shit count.
Yeah.
So another reason to keep some cards, again, not a huge amount, would be if we just love the game. And then owning a few of everything is something I'm interested in now. We have had so much come across. I like the idea that I stole from another collector. It's on the Dead CCG group, and an Italian fella. I won't be able to remember or pronounce his name. But he's going after that, and he's got a huge head start on me of owning like 9 cards. So a sheet, one side of a binder sheet of every game he can get his hands on. I think it's a really cool idea that I'm trying to do.
It does look cool. Ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's a neat concept to see how far I can get with it. So those are the things that I focused in on why I would want to keep loose cards. And if it doesn't fit those criteria, I'm starting to get rid of shit. We're starting at pure junk bulk. We have a lot of stuff, like, nobody's going to want it. It's commons.
Yeah.
Thousands of commons of a game no one cares about, has no value, and I've got them sitting in a box.
Yeah, a lot of these games are pushing 30 years old, and if you don't want them by now, they ain't never gonna want them. You know.
I probably own 5,000 to 7,000 Alborian Gates cards. What the fuck for? 20 of every common. So
Yeah, it's one of those games we build a deck or two a piece, and those are what basically super rares or ultra rares, whatever the fuck they call them. It's gonna be your decks anyway.
yeah,
So all the commons are just junk to begin with.
yep.
We've got some ideas on what to do with some of that come spring or summer next year.
Yep.
So stay tuned.
We're gonna get creative because trying to sell a big box of that for $20 or something, I ain't interested.
Nobody's gonna pay the shipping for that.
Yeah.
If shipping was free, literally free, then we could probably get rid of some of this shit.
Yeah, for the price it costs to ship it.
Yeah.
It'd just be giving it away, which I'd rather fuck around with it.
Yeah.
So there's some other ancillary stuff that I collect that I've also tried to narrow down. That's still a bit broad. It's been harder. It's a fucking
We got gnats down there. Ooh, I might have gotten one.
nice.
Nah, I didn't.
Fucking
God
gnat murderer.
damn it.
It's harder for me to narrow down, but I watch a lot of different things at once. I love books. I've got a pretty good stack of CCG related books. Some that are just general to the genre, and some that are specific to certain games. I'd still slowly acquire those as I see them come up really cheap, but I've grabbed most of the super cheap ones at this point. I'm holding out on ones that are really hard to find and more expensive, like the fuck, I don't know. Illuminati.
There you
That's
go.
one that comes to mind.
We don't have any Illuminati cards, do we?
We don't own a single Illuminati card. I might own one somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some. I like this awesome, weird ancillary stuff that some games make. Like, example that comes to mind is Dragon Storm has a fucking watch. A watch that hangs from a chain. Not a wristwatch, but that kind of weird shit gets me off. I think it's pretty exciting. I like the weird stuff. But that's so fucking obscure. There's so little of that.
Yeah.
There's like 4 games I've become aware of now that have a fucking soundtrack. CCG with a soundtrack. Go fucking figure.
I can think of Galactic Empires. It's one I can think of.
Yeah, that's a tutorial, but it does have a couple of songs. Wars has one, but it was digital only, I think. They have a soundtrack. A super obscure game I'm not going to say because I don't want you to try to find it. I haven't found any that has a soundtrack. There's some other ones. But anyway, original art's a new thing I'm into, but that's another real slow roll. I'm not trying to buy all that at once. Usually the cheapest that's ever going to be for art that is printed on a card is $100-ish bucks. And that's a pretty good steal for $100.
Yeah.
Usually a couple $100 plus. And if you're going for the major games, forget it, you're out of my price range. But there's a decent number to be found for $200, $300, $400 for original art. I'm watching all that stuff for games I really love and things I can't resist. But I'm never going to fill my wall up with it. So I'm only trying to reserve it for things I really am crazy about. And then magazines, I've got a pretty good collection. I would love to have every magazine of the major ones made eventually. Scry and Inquest and all those folks. And I really like Ventura and a couple of the other ones.
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck's sake, this is real rambly and boring, isn't it?
I love it.
Fucking run everybody off. So my
Well, we run everybody off by 3 minutes in, no matter what fucking video we do. 1/3 of the video, however long that is how long you fuckers last on average.
I can be as boring as I want now.
Yep,
There you
nobody's
go.
fucking watching.
Well, shit.
Folio
fire.
might be here. We appreciate you.
Folio, how you doing, bud?
And she's, God damn, I forget y'all's
Sheeksy.
names. Sheeksy and
Stimpy maybe
Stimpy.
last this long. I'm not sure. He's a trooper.
I think Gord's still watching most of our stuff. Philly, let's go ahead and throw some fucking hey ya's out there. Hey ya.
So my big focus now, the thing that I'm putting most of my effort and money into, is sealed. Harry really converted me to that.
You're welcome.
I had no interest in it. Matter of fact, opened everything I touched initially.
Immediately.
Yeah, we first started this shit. It didn't even make it to camera. There was no opening on camera. I just bought a box and cards flying everywhere like Tasmanian devil. Now I really like the idea of getting a single box of as many games as I can, which is what you can see happening starting to happen on the shelves behind us.
Yeah. I don't want to touch heads. That's bad.
We almost hit, buddy.
I know.
I got a few extras of some things, but mostly what I'm looking for is I'm focused on boosters more than starters. Sometimes I'll buy both if that's all a game ever made. Some games I like, I'll try to buy one sealed product of everything they made. I've got a couple of those. I'm working on Dragon and some other ones. But yeah, mostly booster boxes, and I'd like to own one of every
There you go.
Yeah, that's not dyslexic that way.
No, Lystexia.
There's also some subtypes in there I'm focusing on. A lot of these Kickstarters from the last couple of years are now tanking, and while they're still available and dropping, I'm buying a few of those. They're just going through the floor. These ones that came out.
Yeah, and they're likely not going to make out another game, or another set, I should say.
Yeah.
So, get them while you can. I mean, history says they'll be there in 30 years, but
Yeah.
who knows?
Yep. The 90s stuff, I'm focusing a little more on that. I'd really like to own the older shit more, so trying to make sure I'm focusing on that a little bit. And of course, super rare, anything I really love, but that's my big objective. Own one of everything and have a room that's dedicated to it. It's a little better laid out in this one. Really nice display type of, look at all this. Yeah. But anyway, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't present my side of it, but it hasn't really changed since I started stuff.
What's your side of it?
Stuff. No, just there's a couple of games I'm looking at, trying to get at least partial sets of. So the ultra rare is still on hockey, and I'm working on a Nitro hardcore set and a first edition hardcore. God damn it, hardcore first edition set, as well as the base first edition set. As far as sets, that's all I really care about right now. Dark Age in the future, maybe another set or two here and there, but I like the rare sealed boxes still. I've got some pretty rare stuff. I had to slow down on my spending recently, so I haven't been buying nearly as much and just kind of enjoying my collection as it is right now. Whatever.
I'm enjoying my collection.
Yeah, that's stupid.
All right, well, fuck's sake, how we do then?
Yeah, good
God
fucking enough.
damn it, I'm not so fucking sure, but all right, buddy.